Chemtrails. We've all seen those long, white streaks across the sky left by airplanes. But are they just harmless vapor trails, or is there something more sinister happening above our heads? Some believe these trails are part of a larger government operation, possibly for weather control, mind manipulation, or even worse. In this video, we'll dive deep into the theory of chemtrails, explore the evidence on both sides, and try to answer the question, what's really behind the sky's secrets? What are chemtrails? First, let's get a clear definition of what chemtrails are supposed to be. The term chemtrail is short for chemical trail, a word used by conspiracy theorists to describe visible lines in the sky that they claim are left by aircraft dispersing chemicals for secret purposes. These trails differ from contrails, which are condensation trails that form when hot, moist exhaust from an airplane engine mixes with the cooler air at high altitudes, creating ice crystals. While contrails are understood scientifically and have been observed since aircraft first took to the skies, proponents of the chemtrail theory argue that some of these trails persist longer, spread out wider, and leave unusual cloud patterns that cannot be explained by standard atmospheric science. The origins of the chemtrail theory. The chemtrail theory gained traction in the mid-1990s, fueled by photographs of long-lasting contrails and claims that the government was engaging in secretive geoengineering projects. These suspicions were compounded by various patents for weather modification techniques and environmental programs that were already being explored at the time. In 1996, a report from the U.S. Air Force titled "Weather as a Force Multiplier: Owning the Weather in 2025" sparked even more speculation. Though the report was more of a theoretical exploration into the future of weather control rather than an actual proposal, conspiracy theorists latched onto it as evidence that governments were already manipulating the weather using chemicals released by planes. The theory became even more popular when internet forums and early social media platforms allowed people to share photos, videos, and personal experiences. Believers in chemtrails began to spot the evidence in the form of unusual weather patterns, health issues they associated with airborne chemicals, and strange cloud formations that they said could only be caused by intentional chemical releases. Common chemtrail theories. The chemtrail conspiracy has evolved to include a wide range of claims about the purpose of these chemical releases. Here are the most common. Number 1. Weather control. One of the most prevalent beliefs is that chemtrails are being used for weather modification. Some claim governments are using chemicals to create droughts, floods, or other extreme weather conditions to influence agriculture, reduce populations in certain regions, or test military technologies. Geoengineering, the deliberate, large-scale intervention in the Earth's climate system to counteract climate change, is often brought into this conversation, with people suggesting that chemtrails are part of this effort. Number 2. Population control and health manipulation. Another theory suggests that chemtrails are being used to release harmful chemicals like aluminum, barium, and strontium into the atmosphere. Some believe these substances cause respiratory illnesses, weaken immune systems, or even alter human behavior through mind control. The idea is that powerful entities are deliberately making populations sick or docile for reasons ranging from pharmaceutical profit to political control. Number 3. Mind control. Some theorists take things even further, arguing that chemtrails are part of a secret government agenda to control human thought. The belief is that nanoparticles or other compounds released into the air can be inhaled and affect brain function, making people more susceptible to influence or reducing their ability to resist authority. Number 4. Blocking solar radiation. Another popular claim is that chemtrails are part of a solar radiation management program designed to block out sunlight and reduce global warming. While this might sound like a noble cause, theorists believe that this is being done in secret, without public consent, and may have unknown side effects on the environment and human health. Debunking chemtrail claims. Now that we've covered the major theories, let's take a look at what scientists and experts say about chemtrails. The overwhelming consensus from the scientific community is that there is no evidence to support the existence of chemtrails. Here's why. Number 1. Contrails explained. Contrails have been a well-documented phenomenon since World War II, when planes first began flying at high altitudes. When hot exhaust gases from jet engines meet cold, humid air in the atmosphere, ice crystals form, creating visible trails. These trails can vary in length, persistence, and appearance depending on several atmospheric factors, such as temperature, humidity, and wind speed. In other words, the differences people point out between regular contrails and supposed chemtrails can be explained by simple weather conditions. Number 2. Lack of chemical evidence. Numerous scientific studies have been conducted to test the claims of chemtrails, particularly the assertion that harmful chemicals are being sprayed into the atmosphere. So far, there is no credible evidence to support this. Samples of air, soil, and water collected by scientists have not shown elevated levels of barium, aluminum, or other chemicals that would indicate large-scale aerial spraying. Number 3. Atmospheric science. The persistence and spreading of contrails, which chemical theorists often point to as proof, can be explained by basic atmospheric science. Under certain conditions, contrails can last for hours and spread out to form cirrus clouds, which are thin, wispy clouds found at high altitudes. This process is entirely natural and does not require any additional chemicals being released. Number 4. Geoengineering misunderstandings. While it's true that scientists have explored geoengineering as a potential way to combat climate change, there is no evidence that these experiments are being conducted without public knowledge. Proposals like releasing sulfur particles into the atmosphere to reflect sunlight have been discussed, but they are still in the theoretical phase and would require extensive testing and international agreements before being implemented. Why do people believe in chemtrails? If there is no hard evidence for chemtrails, why do so many people believe in them? One reason could be the lack of trust in governments and large institutions. After all, history is filled with examples of secret government programs that were later exposed, such as the CIA's MK-Ultra mind control experiments or the Tuskegee syphilis study. When people feel that they are being kept in the dark, it becomes easier to believe that something like chemtrails could be happening without their knowledge. Another factor is the internet, which allows conspiracy theories to spread quickly and widely. In the absence of hard evidence, anecdotal experiences and photographic proof can feel convincing, especially when shared by others who seem equally concerned. Lastly, chemtrails fit into a broader pattern of apocalyptic thinking. Many people feel that the world is on the brink of environmental collapse, political chaos, or social breakdown, and chemtrails offer a way to explain these things by placing blame on a powerful, unseen force. So, what's the truth behind the sky's secrets? The evidence overwhelmingly supports the idea that what we're seeing in the sky are just contrails, natural phenomena created by airplanes flying at high altitudes. But the chemtrail theory persists because it taps into deeper anxieties about government secrecy, environmental destruction, and human vulnerability. While it's always important to ask questions and be critical of the information we're given, it's equally important to base our beliefs on scientific evidence and credible research. In the case of chemtrails, the science is clear. Those streaks in the sky are nothing more than ice crystals, not the product of some grand conspiracy. Thanks for watching. And if you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into controversial topics. Let's keep questioning, but let's also keep thinking critically.